A couple of weeks back, my tweeter on my Forte 2 that goes back to '89 basically fell apart. The horn broke away from the driver. The driver was found hanging over the mid-range. I pulled it out. I was able to glue it together, but now I didn't trust it. And of course, I'm also concerned about the one on the other side. Now, it's possible this happened simply because we moved recently and maybe it was jarred in the move, but I still didn't trust it. I could not find a replacement driver for it from Kreitz or on eBay, and I read some decent articles on this MAHL tweeter that put out by Dave Ault and decided to give it a try. The unit is a two-piece aluminum replacement for the original driver. It is a drop-in replacement. You mount the outside horn and then the driver attaches from the inside. So you're sort of working blind when you're attaching the driver to the other half, but it's not difficult and it's fairly simple to do. Here's the tweeter from the rear. You can see the four mounting holes in the outer four corners. They mount from the outside and drop in. If you look closer to the driver, you'll see four Allen bolts that secure the rear section to the outer horn or lens. I also took care to mark the plus and minus terminals in case I'm working blind and I can't see which is which. So this way at least I can get a snap with a camera and remind myself which side was which. Here's a shot of the driver from the side. If you will notice on the aluminum, each half has a stamp on it. This is so you can't flip it over by accident. These two marks are for alignment purposes, and the aluminum is supposed to attach in only one way. You don't want it rotated 180 degrees when you mount it in the cabinet. And here's the driver from the other side, so you can see there is no stamp on this side. So you now know how to align it when you're installing it. The lens is installed here. It installs from the front of the panel. You screw it down like you do the regular horn, and the driver will screw into those four screw holes you see in the back of the lens plate. The original Forte 2 had a sensitivity rating of 99 dB, making it extremely efficient. The new tweeter has an efficiency rating or sensitivity rating of 107 dB. Because of this, it was suggested in the instructions to add an L pad into the circuit. This was not a major deal, and I will be doing that next. And this would allow you to basically attenuate the tweeter if you find it necessary in the event you find it overly bright. If you're curious, here's the wiring diagram, the schematic for the L pad and connecting it to the tweeter. It is fairly simple and straightforward, and I would suggest you pre-wire the switch before you try connecting it to the tweeters rather than trying to wire it inside the cabinet. Okay. And here's a picture of the pot itself, or the L pad itself. I got it from Parts Express. Obviously, you'll need 2 for 2 speakers. I will include the parts number in the description. Here we have the L-pad pre-wired and ready to go in the cabinet. Unfortunately, you will have to put a hole in your cabinet, so make sure you check the sides so that you have clearance of any bracing that might be in there. I put mine on the back. I know I've heard them going into the bottom of the cabinet. It's up to you where you put it. I found the back very convenient up near the tweeter, and that way you always remember it's there. The L-pad is mounted, and there's the control on the back. I have mine set at the maximum. I have not attenuated it at all, and so far I've been happy with it in that position. In doing this project, I pulled all of the drivers to make access easier, and frankly, it was a big help doing it that way. So I would simply advise just mark your terminals, make sure you know where they went so you can put them back where they were as far as polarity goes, and pull all the drivers. Now, since they were out, I had some Dynamat type material laying around. I decided to put it on the frames of the radiator and the passive radiator. So it may or may not make a difference, but since they were out, I had the material, I figured, what the hell, let's do it. The speakers are back together. I have not found any need to attenuate the tweeter. I have kept it on max, but as I said, it's there if necessary. I find the new driver is more detailed than the old one. The music sounds better, and I find it complements the rest of the speaker very nicely. I am very happy having made this transition, and the Fortes will continue to live on.